There we go. I don't know what it is. I just have to re-update my stream code every time. But yeah, I'm live on YouTube now. Yeah, I have no idea. Minus 20. Minus 20.8K. Over here and go change. $10.8. Got that set up. Alright guys, getting everything set up here. Alright, so good to have you guys on live on YouTube here. What's going on, Bali? Alright. I'm live going over today's trading day down. What's going on, guys? Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Hopefully you guys traded well out there, team. Alright, I'm gonna post on social media quick. Today's a red day recap. I want to explain what happened today and kind of go over exactly how that happened. Today was a frustrating day, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Been a while since I felt like this today. Okay, so CVV, WWR. Eric. Definitely a weird trading day. You know, at the end of the day, it's part of trading. You know, lost it today. We'll get it back tomorrow, you know, but it's not something that I like to see for myself. I go live on TikTok now. Alright, guys. Live on TikTok now. Alrighty, so we're kind of just gonna wait for the day to get, or for everybody to kind of trickle on in. I'm live on TikTok now, posted on YouTube. So we're kind of just sitting back, waiting for everybody to trickle on in. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. What's going on? Where's my undies? What's going on, Shane? What's going on, Nick? What's going on, Tom? Hopefully my webcam actually lasts a decent amount this time, but watching IO for a bounce idea into tomorrow. A lot of these after hours gappers have continuation, but no one ever knows. Letting for everybody trickle on in here. Yeah, it was a crazy day out there. You know, I literally bounced from being down 25,000, being up 25,000, to being break even, to being back down 25,000. It was a crazy day in terms of my mental capital. And all I can say today is that basically the moral of my mistakes is sizing in too big and not having enough confidence or liquidity to do so with a comfortable position. So let you guys kind of trickle on in here. Let you guys give it a second. We'll get started here in about 15 seconds or so. 15 seconds and we'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. Hopefully you guys are studying a lot. Hopefully you guys are training and always wanting to learn more and more. And hopefully you guys put yourself in a situation where you could trade properly out there. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started today on today's trading day. So first off, as I like to always do, I'll make it kind of quick, but I'll scroll up and scroll down on my trades. So here we go. That way you guys can pause it on YouTube if you're watching the recorded version, or even if you're watching it live, you can still pause it. There's all my trades for the day. A lot of trades. I also overtraded the hell out of today. Coming back down as well. Okay. So those are all my trades for the day, alright? Now basically, APWC, I really thought was going to bounce. There was a point though when OPTT failed, and I was like, you know what, I can't risk it. Not with this much size. I saw a big bidder and I had to get out. APWC, I really thought I was going to open up to 350, but OPTT didn't quite go far enough. And WWR or the rest of the market wasn't flying like I thought it would today. I really thought today was going to be a home run day. I really thought I was going to be able to pull in at least a couple $100,000 today in trades. And the opportunities for me weren't there. The setups weren't there. I can tell you time and time again, continuation, we did not follow through. We did not get really a whole lot of midday breakouts like I thought we were going to. We did not get a whole lot of midday runners like we thought we were going to. I really just misjudged the day today. I really just straight up misjudged the day. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with the way I traded today. A little too many trades. But overall, I'm alright with being down, 20,000 on today. Because, I really did think, and I set myself up in positions where I could have made $100, $200, $1,000 today. And on those type of days, at the end of the day, I definitely... Is Real Dr. Miami in here? Did he send me a live? What's going on, Real? What's going on, man? Good to have you on. Hopefully you traded pretty well today. I know you got into AREC. That was an offering play. Do you want to go live, Dr. Miami? Is that what you try to do there? I don't get really a whole lot of that request, but we can go live if you want. No worries if you want to. But yeah, today was a red day, and basically, this is a part of trading. This is a part of what you're going to have to go through as a trader. And, you're going to see me take red days. You're going to see me come on here and do this every time and time again, okay? I know there's a lot of people who are rooting for me to lose. I had some posts on Twitter and all that stuff, and that's okay. I don't try and lose, but trust me, I do lose. Sometimes people think that I'm fake because I win so much. And then I get the red days where people are like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," I'd hate to see you do that, so on and so forth. And what's going on, Jonathan? But at the end of the day, I'm always trying to stay green. I'm always trying to stay profitable. And at the end of the day, that is what it is. Yeah, we'll go live here. Let me try. I'm gonna go live with the Real Dr. Miami here. See if I can do that. I'm going to have to take off my headset here to do that, though. Alright. Hey, man, it's been a minute. Hold on, let me turn you up. You usually don't go live on Instagram.
So I didn't really trade anything today except when I saw that AREC offering.
Yeah.
Waited till like 250, 255, jumped in.
Yeah, I mean, when I see those offerings, I don't even know what's it at right now. Let's see. Oh, I mean, it's yeah, it's kind of climbed back. So, when you first said that, I thought you said that you were in before the offering, and I
No,
immediately
no,
was
man.
like crushed. But
That would have been me 6 months ago.
yeah, there you go, there you
That
go.
was me pre-camp. I would have
Yeah,
been in at like $4 holding a giant bag.
exactly, exactly. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, when these things have an offering like that, I mean, like I was talking about SPI, I don't know if you heard me talking about SPI, but that one had an offering, and a lot of times they can slowly grind back, but you won't see the type of action like you will, like normally, because the tendency is when it comes to these things is it takes a lot more volume to come back. I really don't know why. I just know that that's
It
the
just
theme.
kills. It kills the mood. It's like that guy that comes into the party and just everybody just like, oh man,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
That guy's
That's what
here.
the offering does.
That guy's here. Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
But who knows? Listen, I figure with that kind of volume, maybe tomorrow, might have a little. Or when the offering closes Friday, who knows?
Yeah. Well, and that, like you say, like an offering closes, if it closes, you might get an initial pop, but I don't know why. Generally, you don't see them even when the offering closes. It's not like a huge run up. Generally, I mean, every
Well,
now and
it's
again you
not going
might,
to be a
but
run. I don't think it'll be a run unless. I mean, I watched a little video of the CEO this afternoon. He's saying how they're going to spin off the rare earth part, give stock to all the shareholders and grant more dilution. So that might, if that word gets out there, then maybe it might
yeah,
gain some momentum.
yeah,
Why did SPI come back? SPI kind of grinded back.
yeah. SPI. Well, because I don't know if you remember that day when it traded like $3 or $4 billion. I've never seen anything like that.
That
Um,
was crazy.
I mean, I literally in my career, I mean, it went from 1 to 46 in one day. I still can't even believe I'm looking at that. Like I literally, I don't know if you saw me, but I was like looking, I was looking down here, and I had to go all the way up to the top of my screen. But yeah, I mean that thing literally was an absolute
It was
monster.
a monster.
Um,
It was a
and
monster.
so you see that, and I don't really know how to play that because again I've never really seen something like that. I've seen similar, but nothing that crazy. And so generally, I'm just looking for a bounce. And it's been what 1, 2, 3, 4 green days in a row on this thing, all the way down from like 5:30. But I just like it because, like I said, like the volume is so big on that first day, and then you get all those shorts that are just jamming the short button because they think they're gonna, just hit a home run, which they did here. But a lot of times they do it way too early, and then you get that secondary squeeze.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of times you just see that volume that came through, and all those people. I mean, that to me, that's millions of people trading it.
It
And
has to be. It
yeah,
has to be.
yeah. And so when you see that, and then you see the bounce like that day in and day out, I constantly wait for those bounce days on stocks that went thousands of percentages because they give you multiple bounces on like 100 to 200 to 300% intervals
Right.
with plenty of liquidity. It's not you don't people are sitting there watching it, getting all this FOMO, and they're sitting there trying to play it. If you wait even like 3 days later, there's another 100, 200%er right behind it, usually with the same stock. Instead of getting crushed on the downside, there's so many different ways you can play it. But um,
How many days do you think, like one of those monster runners, how many days does like the glow last? Like 5 days, 4 days?
sorry, say that
Or
again.
is it just like a steady decline?
What was that again? Sorry.
So how many days do you think that glow lasts after like a 1,000% runner for that stock? Is it like 4 days, 5 days? Remember GNUS? It had like a couple of like obviously to know it's coming down to nothing.
Yeah,
So, but like
yeah.
how many days of that glow do you think there is?
Um, like how many basically how many opportunities can you create within the next 5 days or so? You mean like to the
Yes,
upside?
yes. When you see those like monster runners like that.
Um, usually like so for a huge run like that, I usually wait like 2 or 3 days. If I can get 3 red days after a parabolic runner, I most likely you'll see me go all in every time. Like
Right.
that is a bread and butter. Like if I can get 3 red days off of a parabolic runner, then usually that's my textbook perfect setup where it could squeeze up to
Hey, you guys
200%.
listening to this out there? You guys should be listening. This is gold.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
gold for free.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's like
Gold.
that's my textbook setup right there when it comes to that type of trade. Because I mean, if it's 2 days, I'm usually not sized in as much, because 2 days is like, I don't know, it's not quite enough time for it to sit, and a lot of times shorts will jam it on the third day not knowing, and then that creates that more upside. But the liquidity on those moves are insane.
That third day, it's like moving a FOMO but for shorts.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good way to say that. Yeah,
They're like, oh, I missed that. It was at $46 and now it's going to zero. I gotta get in now.
exactly, exactly. So, yeah, generally that's what I do for those. But this one was weird. I mean, like if you go back and look at this, you got a bounce and it went from 9 to 12, and it was day two, so I wasn't as sized
That was
in.
crazy, right? That was a little weird.
I mean, yeah, I mean, and that's still plenty of, actually it went to 13, so 9 to 13, that's still plenty of opportunity. And again, even on that one day, I traded 25 million shares. So usually, though, and I think that it didn't pop as well either was because it was just one huge day and then it didn't hold. If you can get more of a hold on that candle and usually hold like $20 or $15 and slowly start to uptrend a little bit, it would be more powerful, I think, than if you see it go up and then just jam right back down 2 days later.
When you say hold, you mean that the candle is long, that first day. That doesn't close off as high so far. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
let me
saying?
show you here. So I have it up right here. So let me show you. So an example would be like, okay, so just looking at this is crazy. So this thing went obviously to $46. If this candlestick generally held, and this one too, if this one held more in the middle of it or towards the bottom of it, then I would be more entertained for a even bigger, potentially another breakout above these highs. Very rarely will that happen, but a lot of times it might retest. But since it slammed back down here and then it slammed back down here, generally it's not as much of an opportunity as a pop. And the second day it traded nothing. You see what like it just gave up. Nothing was there. So this was just a crazy day, and then we didn't really see this volume stay up here, or sorry, stay up
By the way,
here.
that's SPI, right? Because I can't see the symbol. That's
Yeah,
SPI.
yeah, that's SPI.
Okay, all right. Just see that. All right.
Yep. So,
Cool.
but yeah, so hey, glad to see you still trading, man. I really thought you were gonna be a pop and dropper, but hey,
I don't give up. I told you that.
hey, yeah, and well, then your work ethic and what you've done in your career shows that. But I don't know. I've seen so many people that they just get so much drive in the beginning, and then they just like straight down. And so I'm glad to see that you've learned
Have you seen Wall Street bets on Reddit?
a little bit, a little bit.
Oh, it's so funny. I think you get a kick out of it. It's pretty funny stuff.
Yeah, I've tuned in a little, seen kind of that kind of stuff, but
Just for the laughs.
yeah. Well, what is it, like a bunch of Robin Hooders just trying to make some money quick?
No, not a bunch, like 1.5 million. It's like one of the biggest Reddit boards right now, but it's like, they have their own language and stuff, but it's like, it's what they call loss porn, where they post their losses, and you see like 99.988% of my account is
Oh
zero.
my gosh.
And it's like, I lost 35 times. It's really funny. You appreciate it. Some guy's like, I went from 150,000 to $4. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just glad you didn't say anything about going into the negatives, because that's what really scares me. Those people that like they go, I don't even know what the option is, but you can see it and they can lose more than they initially had, and that's what's like,
Yeah, well, that's if you short. If you short and you don't know what you're doing.
it's
When you buy
short.
options,
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
no idea what they're for.
Exactly. Exactly. But good to see you still sticking around.
Thoughts on DPW? What do you think about DPW? Susie Stark.
Let me see here. Oh shit. Yeah. Wow. I didn't see that. It's still are you in that one?
Me, no, this person here, Susie. I'm looking at your comments. Susie Stark is in.
Okay, so yeah, I mean DPW is going after hours. I didn't see that. It's up to it went from close to 270 it's up to 3 now. That looks is a nice chart breakout on the yearly. I mean, I don't know why it's running. If there's any reasoning behind it in terms of catalyst, but
I didn't play it today. I didn't play any of
yeah, I mean that one looks pretty good. But it's so extended. Who knows? I mean, it's got 314 to break. If it breaks that 314 level, in this kind of chasey market,
Guys limit.
You know, yeah, I don't know. But today was kind of the close off day. Today was kind of the day that like I felt like there was too much like people were chasing this, that, and the other thing, and they weren't so focused in on one or two things. It was like so spread out, and the volume wasn't there on really anything. It felt like. And you had a little move on AREC, and I was in that one. I was up. I was in it like four. Oh yeah, serious profit.
Someone asked how much is a price for mommy makeover? A mommy makeover costs about 50 shares of Tesla.
There you go. That's a good way to put it. Now you can. That's the thing about stocks. You can always. I can relate stocks to literally anything. My buddies, we go out golfing, and I'll just be like, yeah, on the tee box. What do I say? Is like,
Happy birthday, Keurig.
yeah, you had a lot. Did you have a lot of slippage on that tee shot or something like that, or like, did you have a lot of slippage on that tee shot or like, I don't know. I could go on and on about the sayings.
Oh, yeah, you can relate everything.
Literally, because they hit it right and they just slip out of their shoes.
I
But
forgot you play golf. You play golf.
yeah, yeah. Well, I try. I don't.
How's your CrossFit going?
How's the what?
CrossFit.
Good man. Just trying to grind it out every day. The big thing with that is like, the hardest part I think is not necessarily like doing the workout, but more or less like being consistent. Like I force myself. I only do it 4 days a week, but it's like you're always trying to like fight.
Yeah, you should go for 6. Don't even bother. It's not 6.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I got to start somewhere.
And that's only because you really should get no days off. But okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, exactly. I mean, that's the attitude. But at the same time, like, I have to start somewhere, and that's like the same thing with stocks. Is like, you start a little bit at a time, and then keep going and going. But yeah, no, I'm trying for as much as I can, but then it's like, I feel like if I do 6 days a week, I notice myself like literally doing the same workout as 4 days a week because I'm not working as hard. So I'm trying to like find that happy medium, and
The thing is also, like, you wake up super early in the morning. Like, where do you do it? At night?
I do it, yeah, like roughly about 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I generally though, I mean, I used to do it in the morning, and that
It's best in the morning, but you can't with your job.
yeah, no, I mean, there's especially like, I mean, that's first 2 hours, like literally, that's
You need to know what's happening.
yeah.
With your job, you need to be out.
I'll take my job. Well, I don't know. Health is more important than my job, but at the same time, I can just do it later.
No, not only that, but you're really good at it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, yeah. I
it keeps you focused and everything.
yeah, I try my best.
Man.
So
All right, I gotta make a couple more phone calls here to some patients and stuff.
yeah,
I just want to check in and say hey and keep it up, man. Listen to this guy.
yeah,
If you're interested in day trading stocks, you have money that you can afford to lose. Only money you can afford to lose.
yeah. As I always say,
$100 check from the government
yeah,
that you need for food and put it in some crazy options.
exactly. Yeah, just put it into some YOLO calls and hope for the best, like everyone else, right? No, no, but like like I always say, this is a new thing that I've been saying is if you can't blow up your account 5 or 6 times and still be financially comfortable, then that's not the right size you're trading with, in my opinion. So,
Exactly. Very, very well put.
yep. Hey man, well, good to hear from you. Glad to see you haven't quit. Those red days where I was doubting it. I don't know how you're gonna handle it, but I'm glad to see you're back on top and
It's just another butt lift, man. It's just another butt lift.
exactly. Just put the butt lifts in stocks and somehow combine them. And I don't know where where you're gonna go with that, but
I'm saying, all I'm saying is blow up my account and just add another butt lift on the next day.
oh, there you go. There you go.
Make it up, you know.
All right, man.
Nice night, man. Take care.
Later, man. Sorry, guys. That was Dr. Miami. Good to have him on. So, yeah, guys. I don't know. I didn't know I was gonna go live with him, but he just wanted to come live, and that was awesome. Good to have him on. Dr. Miami's a plastic surgeon, but he found me through stocks, and great guy. Make sure to follow him if you're on my platform. But yeah, what I do is I trade stocks, and he found me during the quarantine. So glad that he found me, and hopefully, he continues to trade well, because he just kind of dabbles into trading, and it's good to see him not giving up, and good to see him grinding it out, and hopefully, he continues to improve, and one day maybe, I know that's his true passion, so maybe never full time, but at least more often trade. So good to see him doing that stuff, but. Yep, that's really it, guys. So, basically up and down day today. Yeah, Chris, exactly. Basically, the up and down day today on AREC. AREC, guys. So, AREC, I was long in this one. I saw this thing pop up. Really didn't think it was going to have much of a move. But once we made this move here, I was watching under the dips. And then I was in here on this rip, and I was in with good size. I was up as much as like 50,000 on this trade. Would have been 30,000 unrealized since I was already down. And I really thought this was going to be the next PPSI. I was going to start scaling above 5, and we never got above it. And I stopped out in here, luckily. What's going on, Diego? But, at the end of the day, that's trading. So... and after that I was like, okay, well that literally should have continued, and it didn't, right? So now I'm looking at this, and I'm like, CBAT not really doing a whole lot. OPTT brought me back. OPTT I was long at 302 was my average, and I literally scaled out on this pop. Was happy about that trade. That put me green about $15,000 on the day. And ever since that trade, I literally kept losing and losing and losing slowly. PPSI I played multiple times. Played this one into the close. I was long this one at like 630. Got out at like 670. This thing continued to 740. Tried to get back long on this consolidation. Didn't really do anything. This one's got a multi-day breakout look there. But PPSI, and then what else did I trade? OPTT. Yeah, again, we touched that on based on that one. SUNW, I lost on multiple times, lost into that one. Then I took a long once I saw this recovery off 4 and kind of curling back up at 417. Lost on that one. Other than that, guys, I basically just stopped out of a lot of plays today after my OPTT win. What's Jiva doing after hours? Making a nice move. So other than that, guys, that's really it. I mean, today was just kind of a red day. It really was. Just a red day. APWC I had pretty good size on. I really thought APWC, I started taking some longs pre-market. Thought this thing was going to open up and get above 280, go to 350, maybe 4. Started taking some pre-market, then I started taking some on these dips. And then I saw this pop, and I'm like, here we go. It's going to be a nice solid payout, right? Got a pop up, fake out, breakout, and then came all the way back down and never looked back. And I hated that fake out, breakout, come down, and then I stopped out on this candlestick. I had 80,000 shares there, or something like that. I don't remember how many shares, but I stopped out there, and then this thing kept on coming down on that one. And yeah, that was really basically it, guys. I mean, I didn't trade very well today. Rave tried long. I tried long in multiple things to catch the big move. And I really thought something was going to give a big move, and I didn't want to miss it. So I got long WWR. I got long OPTT, CBAT, and nothing was really running. Yeah, Susie, for sure. And what's going on, Imani? But, yeah, I mean, that's just the way it goes, guys. That's just the way it goes, At the end of the day, today's a red day, and I can definitely do better tomorrow. But again, it was like I made 93,000 yesterday, or 2 days ago, and 63,000 yesterday. So being down 20,000, I'm okay with kind of losing that. And, that's just how the red days go. If you're interested in learning about my course, I teach you guys my strategies where I've turned 1,000 into now $3.8 million roughly in 206 business days. Check out that link in the description below. Teach you all my strategies. About 20 hours of content. Goes over all my strategies and processes that I used during my challenge. We're closing in on 5 million and continue to try and push on that. So hope you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Click out the little icon if you're interested in my free chat room or any of the brokerage, free stocks, scanners, anything like that. Check that out. And I'll feel free. Okay. Alright, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon later if I'm making a video. Subscribe.